So back when you're in high school and back when you're in college, they tell you cheaters never win. But you look at the most famous people and the most successful people, and what do? They copy off of one another. So why is it frowned upon to copy off one another? Here we have four real estate investors that have copied their strategies off of other people within ORAC community.
That's one way to put it. I actually have a different take on this topic, so this is going to be interesting.
I know, Dylan, tell us why we're doing it wrong.
Well, what I was going to say is people will see YouTubers and other real estate investors and just not understand the full scope of their situation, but they'll see what they do to invest and like the way they're building their portfolios, and they'll try to emulate that. While that can be good, you can also put too much pressure on yourself or put yourself in a bad situation because your finances just might not be up to where this other person's are, such as when David Green was talking about buying for appreciation in heavy appreciation markets. But if people don't have the money to, feed these properties essentially because they're not going to cash flow, and when you run into problems, it can put somebody that doesn't have a really high income into bad situations. Now, I do think there are some pluses to having other people around you that do something very successfully that you can look at what they've done and then try to figure out what works for your situation, then apply that. So yes, you can copy, but don't directly copy because you never know how much money somebody has or how much they make.
That's not a very oppositional. I thought you were like,
Yeah, I was
never
gonna say
copy.
that's kind of what we all do
Basically
is we
said
take bits
like
and pieces from everyone.
what we
I
all
thi-
thought.
okay, whatever.
I think there's a certain amount of automatic assumption on most folks' part when they're actually watching videos that that they think the same strategy is going to get them the same kind of result, and the same strategy doesn't really mean the same speed. You can't necessarily execute it as fast, and because you can, it might change things.
Well, also there's different market periods too, like different times in the cycle. So like when, I don't know, Brandon Turner, for example, was posting a lot of videos on Bigger Pockets about, buying small multifamilies and how you could get them for super cheap, and like all the properties on the MLS cash flowed. Like, yeah, it was really easy to go buy a bunch of those and build it up pretty quickly. But if somebody tries to do that now, they may get discouraged because it's just not the same market. Everything's a lot more expensive and things don't cash flow as well.
Yeah, I think what everybody's saying is like, don't blindly follow somebody into oblivion, right? Like everybody thought they were going to be able to open a syndication and like get all this money from private lenders or private investors, and then they're gonna like bet on the operator, and all of a sudden you're like, actually all my money it's gone. Like I'm lucky if I even got any returns on that during those periods when everybody was doing syndication. I think real estate in itself became like easy because we had such a market in which like the interest rates were so low. You were able to get into houses and multifamily for like low rates. But like right now it's like significantly harder, more like a normal market, if not like a crazy market. But I think that you can copy people of the like, but you also need to use your own critical thinking. If somebody says like, buy this house, put a Section 8 house, put a Section 8 tenant in there, and you're gonna cash flow like $300 $400. Like, I don't know if you guys heard of Ted Cruz or Section 8 Cream, that are like people that are like, well, I bought like 100 properties and I did this and I bought rental ready, and then after like 100 properties I'm making like $50,000 net revenue. That's exactly what they're pointing to their like in their Instagram handle or like their YouTube channel, exactly what they're promoting. And then you thinking you're gonna go jump into that avenue of strategy investing, and then you're gonna be like racking up cash flow from the get-go. Like, does that sound too good to be true? Yeah, probably. Right? Like once you get into real estate investing, like with your first property, you're like, oh, actually, I need more steps than just buying and acquire properties one after the other.
I agree. Yeah, I don't tend to like those guys either. Nothing against them, but they're like the whole marketing style and everything makes it seem super easy.
Oh, yeah.
Flavio, I forgot to connect mine. Thanks for calling me out. let me go ahead and do that real quick. You guys can do your thing.
I just connected mine. He does know you don't have to log off to get it going, right?
Maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, you can just do it on the fly. But no, I agree. And to follow someone blindly is just financially, suicidal. But
People do it all the time, though.
If you
and they're
copy
allowed
the
to be
wrong
stupid.
if you copy somebody's strategy, but their market is different enough than yours, you're trying to copy a strategy that they wouldn't even do in your market.
Mm-hmm.
But yet you don't know that because you're not kind of looking at where you are versus where they were. That's the other thing I think is a lot of times you're trying to copy somebody, but they're 5 properties in and you're going, I just want one or my first one.
Yeah. No, I agree. I see it a lot in the stock investing space too. Like people are just like, just tell me what to buy. Just give me the list. I'll buy all the things. And then like they just want to buy that, and then stock goes up, make money, and then whatever. But I don't think it's that easy. As people have different timelines, different strategies, different goals. They make different amounts of money. Just you gotta kind of take all the pieces from the people that you may look up to as far as like what they've built or the simplification of their strategy, and take like little pieces from each and then build them into something that works for your specific position and market.
There is so many small subreddits about that, like the stock market, about like how do they trade and what they're watching, what like the bros are watching day to day. I think Super has one of the actually better examples of that, like Dan Burr that comes on and breaks down what the market is doing, basically, like tracking all of those things. But majority of people are like, just okay, I'll just copy whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why not only on the real estate side, how we have like the core sellers and like mentorship things, but on the stock side, they have the exact same thing where they'll have like these groups where people talk about like what they're buying, why they're buying, and so on. It's good to get everybody together, but like when there's one like person at the top of it that's kind of telling everybody like what they're buying, and then people just blindly follow into that. I think that's where I tend to take problem with it, just because it's kind of conveying that everybody in the group is going to make money by doing the exact same thing, and if they don't, there's not really repercussions or anything like that for people that are just giving bad advice in general. But yeah, it is what it is.
There's also a lot to do with risk tolerance when you're talking stocks.
Yes.
Because
Have
your
you
risk profile and mine are a little different because you've got a couple of extra decades to catch back up. I don't.
have you heard of a risk tolerance? It's on Reddit, like in the Wall Street Bets community. They'll talk about their quote unquote risk tolerance, but it's always like the most ridiculous stuff ever.
Such as
Just throwing all of your money into options on one stock that expire
yeah.
next Friday or something like that. Like it's within my risk tolerance. I'm okay with this, guys.
I'm okay with the possibility of losing all my money on one
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
I'm very conservative, I would say. Like, I think when I was looking at for somebody, not like a mentor, but I was looking some kind of insight into anything, I was just like very aware. I only had like $35,000 to invest, and very aware I can only get a house that was like between 100 to 200K, and like exactly how much cash flow I wanted, or cash on cash return, or what the yield that I was wanted. I'm also very aware of like it may not work out for me, right? I might be able to like lose some of the money, not all of the money, because regardless, you're buying a tangible asset that you can touch and feel and see. But some of the money may be lost because of, it's a new business, it's a new thing that you're like betting on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can lose all of your money, by the way, buying real estate. Especially when you get to use this cool thing called leverage. And if you don't do things right, I mean, and you have to sell the property, like I see people all the time with listings where it's just deconstructed on the inside. And I look at that as, oh, somebody ran out of money in the middle of a rehab, or they found something that they didn't want to do. They're probably getting like completely liquidated or like trying to get close to breaking even on that property.
Well, as someone who literally had to short sale a house and bring cash to close, yeah, you can lose it all. And it takes a long time to recover from that too.
Yeah. That's why I don't like any of the more, which I know that's just a harder situation in general, but like when I see people talking about flipping and stuff like that, it's just not something that I've ever gravitated towards, because I have friends that do flipping here, and yeah, they do like 20 to 30 houses a year, but I just helped them close a sale on a house that they had on market for like 6 months. And I believe they lost like $40,000. Like they brought a check for $40K to closing. Well, sorry, wired $40K to closing to be able to get rid of the house. So they can afford that because they do as many flips as they do. But he was even telling me, he's like, man, I might have to pick a different market or start reevaluating what I'm doing, because I've had like 2 of those in a row, and you don't want to have too many of those in a row. You know what I mean?
So who are you copying, Jack?
I would say I'm copying more of like the Millennial Mike style, even though we invest in 2 different markets, just because the markets are decently similar. I'd say if you combine him with Lumberjack Landlord, and Dion is probably who I'm copying. Like I like you implementing Dion's his systems and stuff, and I like Matt's hands-on approach about handling contractors and stuff. But trying to do either of their strategies with what they do with housing isn't going to necessarily work here where I'm at, and that's where Millennial Mike's strategy kind of comes in, because Gary is similar to Pittsburgh, and like it or not, investing in the Midwest, most of it, you're going to have to buy more houses than Dion or maybe not Matt, or definitely not Matt, because like most people don't need to buy 100 some odd houses.
I'm not sure how big his portfolio is. Over 100?
I think Matt is at 160, 170, and I think Zuber has. He said a couple times, but I think it's even more than that.
With Zuber and with Lumberjack, they've also got 10, 20, 30 unit buildings as well.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it substantially easier to pick up units pretty fast.
Yeah.
But both of these people have been investing in real estate for the last, I don't know, I think Zuber 26 years or more. Some of that around that time.
Yeah, and that's really a big part of, like, he could have properties that he bought 20 something years ago that the mortgages would be almost paid off if he wasn't refinancing and rolling it into other things. Like, you just build up equity and the ability to go do different things when you just pick up a bunch of assets and wait for a long period of time. Oh, Charles says 153. Is that Zuber or Matt?
Probably Matt. I think Zuber is north of 200.
Yeah. Well, another thing, Jack, too, as you continue to pick up properties, like you say that it's like Gary, but over time, too, as you build up equities from these cheaper properties, you can start rolling that into more expensive properties in nicer areas. Then you can do a similar strategy to what Dion is doing in Washington. Yeah. And you just don't have to deal with as many people. Now, the cash on cash return will be lower for sure, but you can still make it work. It just depends on how you want to structure it, and really like how much return you need to get on assets. Because I feel like the number that you need to get return wise goes down over time as you have more and more money. Because right now I aim for like, I want a like CAGR of like 15 to 20% per year on any money that I'm putting out. But if I had like $10 million in equity, I really don't care if it's like 8% or 7% or 9%. Doesn't really matter because it's still a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think for me, and this is just my personal preference, I I know like Cody is doing a really good job, and I really like what he's doing with upgrading his properties. But for like where I'm at, to upgrade in his better quality markets and that's local, they just don't cash flow. And unless I'm doing like all cash or something, I just don't really want to. I just because here's my whole thought is I know I'm buying really old houses. I'm probably one of the people in the ORAC community is buying some of the oldest. I don't want to say. Let's just say that they have character.
Most historic.
Constitution.
1875.
There
No.
is one from
1776.
there is one from 1870s. I think there's one from 1850s.
Huh.
1890 is the youngest one, but here's the thing. They have good bones, and if they're already been rewired and the plumbing's up to date, it's basically when you take a semi truck and you do a in-frame rebuild where you put a whole new motor and stuff. You know, it's basically a whole new house with an old creaky arthritic, bone structure. So I mean, why get rid of something that isn't giving you problems? Like eventually, you cut the losers out of the flock, or the ones that give you the most, headache. But if it's making you money and it's not really that terrible, you can always, at some point pay them off, get 50% equity stake into it or a HELOC against it, and go buy an apartment building.
Yeah, I think what Dylan is saying is like the more that you like grow as an investor, or just like when you were doing stocks, there was a point that when like it was not paying off to like continue to buy investments via stock,
Mhm.
and then you move into better asset class of investing, which is real estate, in our opinion, right? Like I'm sure somebody can come in the comments and be like, stocks is better than real estate, blah blah. But in our opinion, but the more that you spend years of this, like the more you will be willing, the more wealth that you create, the more you would be like, willing to trade that for a better product, even if it becomes like a lower return. We're not saying like it doesn't bring you any money whatsoever, but
Yeah.
you may take like a 4% yield on cash return, but you're getting a new product with like a new roof, with like
Mhm.
new siding, and then all of these like eco-friendly. You're not gonna spend $100 on heating bills every single month.
That tracks
I
a
tell you
lot
what,
with. Go ahead, Jack.
I was gonna say, I think what I would consider is I would consider at some point switching more into stocks than I already am doing, or switching markets.
Hmm. What were you
I
saying,
was going to
John?
say that at one point Zuber was talking about his ideal portfolio of 5 years or newer, 20 houses with somewhere around 50% leverage. And, for him, that was that ideal. And that's what you're talking about, is getting out of, some of those other houses you have and getting into something that it might not cash flow as much, but it's just going to keep producing nice and steady the whole time.
And less
Yeah.
headache, right? Like the amount of stress
Mm-hmm.
significantly less for like about the same money if they're paid off, I'm assuming.
Well, and you can adjust your expected maintenance and capex too, because it's not going to be the same on a brand new property when you compare that to an older property. So you might actually save more money on the maintenance and capex that contributes to, the reason that you do technically have a lower yield, but you just get it back from the maintenance and capex that you don't have to spend like on an older property. So yeah, it just depends. I think it's a smarter thing to do over time, especially as you're going to want to deal with it less and less just as your portfolio grows. Whatever that point is, that's up to you to discern. But I think it is the easier route to go to save yourself headache in the future. Who are you emulating, John?
I'm probably have the most in common with Dion's logic, not his timeline, and but the more I look at it, the more I'm really favoring the least number of rentals with the right amount of cash flow. I'm in a somewhat unique situation because I'm only going to be in Florida for 4 more years, and then I'm moving to Washington besides. So it changes things for me. Plus, I'm closer to retirement, so it also adds in. But ultimately, when I move to Washington, I'm going to buy a duplex and probably turn around and house hack a second duplex. But Dion had a house to start with, whereas I bought a house, but I did it with a low down payment. And it's going to take me longer to buy the next property because of that, to get ahead of that curve, even if I have the money for the down.
Are you talking about from a DTI perspective?
From a DTI perspective,
Yeah.
and it would take me to buy it. The next property at 20% down would take me 3 years, and that's not that far off. Houses out there are a little more money, so that extra 4th year is the year I need where I'm still here. So when I get there, I'll be ready to buy.
I don't know. I'm not a lender, but don't they calculate, say you move out of your house and you have a lease, don't they calculate like 75% of that income into
Yes.
your DTI? Okay.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I bought a project that was bigger than I thought it was, so I have a baby alligator.
Mm.
But it's a learning experience.
Are you house hacking right now?
No, I moved out of the house so I could rent it,
Mhm.
and I'm sitting in a lovely 550 square foot apartment.
Oh, you moved, like you don't live in either of your properties, because I believe you said you
I've
had
only
a
got
house
the
and a
one.
duplex. Okay.
Yeah, I've only got the one. So I moved out so I could rent the whole house.
Interesting. That does sound very Dion-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark was asking you, John, if is the policies in Washington making you rethink about investing in Washington?
No, for me, it's a destination for starters, or for ending. So no, not really. It's just a thing to be aware of, but not really a something that would stop me.
I think a lot of
Washington,
people,
I hope you're ready. He's coming whether you like it or not.
a lot of people are moving towards Washington, right? Like a lot of people are considering the Washington
Really?
move. Mm-hmm.
I don't
My
hear that
daughter
around
moved
here.
back in July.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I think it depends on what part of the country you're in. Like, I think if you're on the West Coast, I hear more people about moving to Washington and stuff. But if you're on the East Coast, I hear about more people trying to move to the Carolinas.
I have
Yeah,
no interest in the Carolinas either.
I don't either, to be honest.
Well, yeah, no, the only thing I've contemplated is the north, like going up further north.
Did you see the frozen lake? I don't know.
Which was it, Lake Michigan?
Michigan.
Frozen? I'm not surprised it's frozen. Well, like I said, 14 inches of snow. It's ridiculous. I hope I'm not going to work tomorrow. I hope it's remote. Better be, because I have 2-wheel drive. Charles was asking if things are selling here. Kinda. I need to do 3 open houses next weekend for all of my listings because I haven't really been getting a lot of showings. But I talked to agents that are selling houses in those same neighborhoods, and they're not getting a lot of showings either. So the only thing you can really do is lower price, post it on different channels, or do open houses, or wait till spring. And I'm not trying to tell people that they have to wait till spring to sell their house. So I'm trying to do open houses to get people in there. But it's really hit or miss on those, because sometimes you could have like 1 or 2 people come or nobody come, or you might get inundated with people. So it just depends.
But great point to go buy. If
Yeah.
you're buying.
There's
Really
2
good time to
houses.
buy.
Yeah, there's 2 houses near my other house that have been on the market for like 100 days and 130 days. And one of them just popped up with a sign today that says pre-inspected.
Oh, so they did the inspection. See, I don't even trust that. Like, I like that
I
they
wouldn't
went and
either.
got an inspection as a realtor, but at the same time, I want to look at their inspection. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna still go get our 10-day inspection period and still go through everything. But I appreciate it. you did the inspection for yourself to fix the issues before I see the issues is kind of how I read it, which can be appreciated. But if you're covering stuff up, I'm going to try to find it.
There's I'm like, I don't know if there was a market update. The Texas and Florida and California are like the prices are slowing down, and then for the first time I seen like maybe a mile away from my house there's a house for like 700K, which is like absolutely low. And I'm so curious to like go walk it to see what, like, is the roof falling down, like what's going on, because we haven't seen 700 and like since 2019.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like prices just exploded right after that too, because I remember you being able to buy like a duplex in my market for like 120K in before COVID. I said the C word, oops. So we might get taken down on that, but it was like possible. You could buy a house for like 150K, or you could get a duplex for like 120, 130K or something like that. I mean, there was houses that would sell for 80K. Just pre-COVID. That was like 6 years ago. So it's kind of crazy because we had this like rapid acceleration in prices. I mean, just for example, like this commodity is up 250% this year. That is insane. I bought this for $20 an ounce, and I just checked this morning because I was curious, because I've been following this because it is crazy. It is at $103 an ounce. Last month, it was at like $55 an ounce. Insane. So if you've got like a kilo of silver or something like that, you might want to look at trading it in, because you probably bought it for like $1 or $2 an ounce, and it's probably worth a lot right now.
Yeah.
Tangent aside.
Flavia, when was the last time you sold a property? Because I thought you were buying to keep hold. I don't know.
I think he's an agent too.
Oh.
I think. No. I think his wife is an agent. I'm wrong. So who are you?
That's why he wants us to buy properties in Washington. He wants to sell us some properties.
And he's like, dude, this is gonna pay my mortgages for a while.
He's like marketing right now. I will offer you 5 to 10 on closing costs right now.
Yeah. If you'll buy this, you know what? I even got a duplex for you. It's not really a duplex, but there's a tent outside, and I got this single family house.
There's a basement, which I like. I didn't even know there's basements in Washington, but apparently he has basements in some of his properties.
So who would you say you're copying, Lynn? I have a strong idea of this, but
yeah, definitely Millennial Mike. Since I started, well, Maskey Finance and Millennial Mike, which were two people that were living in higher cost of living areas like me. So I'm like looking at them like from the lens, aside that I'm a girl, like they're both men, they're both cops, they're both living in blue states. They're both like trying to make their income go higher, but they can't afford to buy a whole house in like Seattle or Florida, right? So what they did, they went to the Midwest, and then they were doing it successfully as of like the first years that I was following their journey. And about the same money on savings, like looking for about the same cash flow. And that's why I started weaving myself into their network. Now the last meetup that they had, I don't know, on Gary, one of my wholesalers who I purchased 3 properties from, because he has the best deals. He's in that group now of all the other investors. And I was like, I think I just lost my wholesaler that was like giving me all this like sweet ass deals. For some reason, he was my wholesaler that who I'm talking about. His name is Mackenzie. I'm pretty sure he wants the marketing, but he has he buys. He's an investor himself. He buys home mobile parks. He has a bunch of them, and he wholesales single family houses for fun. And so now I think he was looking for a lender because he was trying to cash out of some mobile park, and then I recommended my lender. And for some reason, my lender told them the latest wholesale deal that we did, that my ARV that came out to be, he messaged me immediately. He's like, I'm gonna be charging you another wholesale post ARV when you cash out of the refinance of the property. Because the property I bought for him, the last one was 21,000 and appreciated for 163, which I put a lot of money into that property. So like there's a lot of built equity into there. But I was just like, why is my lender telling my wholesaler what what my appraised value of my houses are? So I was just like, this is private information being disclosed.
Yeah, I don't think they should have done that.
No.
It's kind of like giving the seller the appraisal on a property, like when you're I don't know, I guess the buyer's agent just
Yeah,
like
you didn't pay
handed
for
it
it.
over
You
to
don't
them.
need to. No.
Like, just so you know, it did appraise for 10,000 more. So if you want to start an argument with them, you can.
Right.
No, that's crazy. I wouldn't do anything like that. Well, I guess it's me now.
Mhm.
Want me to go? Okay. I would say Cody, because he's the closest to me strategy wise. But in all honesty, I learned like about buying apartments from Cody, but most of my stuff's just come from copying my partner, because I was in a business with him beforehand, and then we'll partner on a 12plex to specify. I was working in a business with him beforehand, and he owned a bunch of rentals, and he always talked about how it paid his whole lifestyle. So when I ran into the 12plex and I had listened to some videos of Cody on Bigger Pockets and stuff like that, I was like, hey, I think we might actually be able to buy this. Got that property. As far as trying to simplify things, I think Dion's a really good resource to listen to, and also getting the rents raised. I believe we were able to raise our rents like 30% or more. It was something crazy. Like we went from like $8,000 a month to like $11,000 a month, just by being able to, follow his strategy and get all the rents raised where they should be. That did come with some turnovers too, people that didn't want to go up on the rent. But yeah, I think the thing that I would advise is just like taking the little pieces from all the people that you see online of the things that you like that can fit your strategy, fit your market, and then build your own plan around that. But yeah, no, it's good to be connected with everybody though and see what everybody does in different markets, because some people have completely different strategies. Like for example, Ray makes way more money than me with his rentals, but he does STRs. I have no interest in doing STRs, and I don't even know if STRs would work really well in my market. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree. Like I think, for example, Cody, who you're talking about, at age 35, he would be a multimillionaire, right? Like, I mean, he's already a multimillionaire, but like he would be breaking a massive amount of income monthly, right? Not just in paper. But would I emulate Cody? I think that the majority of things that he's done will cost me an insanely amount of stress that I could not be able to like just live month to month with like the hounding amount of that is just like over my shoulders that I don't think I will be able to carry and sleep. I sleep very well right now.
Yeah. No, I remember in the accountability group, we were talking about debts, and like, I believe his had an additional 0 than mine did. I was like, oh, Jesus, dude. But, good person to learn from. I mean, he's very calm and collected for like how much.
Yes. Which
I
I'm
wouldn't
like,
say
wow.
risky stuff, but like he just knows his stuff enough to not be stressed about it, which is impressive.
Yeah, I don't. Props to him.
But yeah, that's who I would say the go-tos are. From the start, though, I mean, I can't leave Brandon Turner out of this because he was Mr. Apartments when I was in high school. I was like, dude, this guy with the, he had the little short beard at the time with glasses and stuff, and he would be on the Bigger Pockets videos talking about, well, all you have to do is buy, a quadplex, and then you can get $200 a month per. You get 2 quadplexes, that's $1,600 a month. Of course, he's actually like breaking down all the stuff. Like, it's not just like mortgage minus or rents minus mortgage, and there you go. And I was like, man, this is so cool. Part of me wonders, though, if we didn't share all that information, how much more affordable some of these units would actually be.
Yeah, no, I seen a rise of ads from him. I'm not sure if he's doing like a mastermind or
Mhm.
another course, but like I feel like another like just surge of ads from him as well.
Yeah, he has like a community, the Better Life Tribe. I think he said that they donate all the proceeds from that to like the Tebow Foundation for Children or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is, but I want to say they do give all the money away from like the podcast and that. So Cody is doing a good transition from old to new. He has 66 units on market. Oh,
Oh wow.
there you go.
He has like for sale. Oh,
Sounds like it.
wow.
Does seem like he's been simplifying things.
Good for him.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I will say with the bigger buildings, people look at the top line revenue of those and they're like, man, these things must make a ton of money. I haven't been able to pull money out of my 12plex since I bought it, really. Like I've just put money into it. And it's because I've been paying off debt from all the deferred maintenance of the previous owner. They were just like put band-aids on things and like not fix stuff properly. So now that I'm going in and replacing all the appliances, all the AC units and everything, like I had a lot of debt that I had to pay off. So like I'm still like I thought I was going to start getting paid in December, but now I'm still 3 months out because I've got like another 11 grand of debt to pay off, and my mortgage is $4,000 a month. So it's it sounds super cool when you see the like top line rents, but it's not super sexy at the moment.
I think there's somebody in school too. His name's Steven Nguyen, who also
Yes.
like California, right? And then he posts his daily videos, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But he has a 20 unit in Oklahoma or something like that, and he said he's trying to exit from that too, like kind of following what Cody is doing. Or like if only acquiring more would bring him more stress, but less quality of life, more so than the cash flow he has. So it's like he's downsizing, which I think is a great strategy because he's a super hard saver. He has like two properties in the Bay Area, which are like, they're $1 million plus properties. So, and then going
Yeah.
to shift to ADU.
Steven the pharmacist.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think he was building an ADU and selling some stuff is what it sounded like.
Mhm.
I watch his videos too, and he's came to the Gen Z calls a couple times to talk to everybody about like what
Oh.
he's working on, like when he was trying to make the decision of like, do I buy bigger things or do I sell some things and like shift things around.
Mark says Steven is not in school anymore. I think he has his own community now.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. I think he has a couple thousand followers on YouTube, so it's probably pretty easy to start building that thing up. But yeah. Flavia says they're on Crexy. So yeah, if you want to look at it, Washington, there you go, 66 units for sale.
Flavio, sounds like you can just take over. Seller finance.
Trying to wheel and deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been looking at houses and stuff's so expensive. Like just personal houses instead of like house hacking. Too expensive. Talking like $2,000 or more per month just for the mortgage payment.
You can tell that California's your single families are too expensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess yours are like $800K, but yeah, it's just a different market. It feels too expensive. I'm not used to spending money on mortgage payments. So like looking at doing that, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Oh, hey, my guy that's taking care of the snow is calling. I might have to stop for a second.
Okay. How about you,
We have
Jack?
that problem down here.
Oh?
I said we don't have that problem down here. The snow guy.
Oh, the snow guy. Yeah, what is a snow guy? We have a pool guy or gardener guy. That's true.
I probably should at some point today check in on the snow guy, but
Do you have a snow guy or you are the snow guy?
I have a snow guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not driving because every time it snows, I'm far away from the property, so it's like I'm not driving 45 minutes to go shovel snow.
What does it say? Note to self: when leveling a single family home, check really, really well for any pipes that have been broken. Sewage line broke on one house and a water line broke on another houses 2 months later.
Ooh,
That stinks.
was that from doing the demo work or?
Sounds like a foundation repair.
Yeah. Yeah, they. I was just talking to someone a week or two ago, and they're going to try. It's not a brand new system, but it's newer for this area, where they get like a resin and they run it through the sewer pipe and expand it out to the diameter of the pipe. It's basically, from my understanding, it's the same procedure that they use in doing a CAT stent. Is that the term for it, Lynn? For if you have a heart attack, where they put like the little balloon in your artery and go.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about medically, yes. A stent.
Yes, it's basically the same thing as that, but they use a marine grade resin in your sewer line, and
Expands. Yeah.
yes, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Does
That's
it
a
seal it or
short-term
does it
fix,
actually
right?
expand it?
So the balloon expands it up against the walls of the sewer pipe on the inside,
Mhm.
Right.
and it just holds it there until it dries, and then they take the whole thing out,
Yeah,
and the resin
it's a
stays there.
short-term fix, right?
The resin is supposedly smoother, and it's actually a long-term fix.
Oh. Hmm.
Unless of course, it was caused by roots, then the roots are just going to go right through it again. And you're going to be in the same boat. But if it's just like a normal like clog or even like terracotta pipes that are starting to crack and crumble, that can be a permanent fix for that.
Hmm.
They do that in some sewer systems down here. One of them is called in situ form.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's a big truck mounted operation, and they go from manhole to manhole, and it's not cheap, but it's cheaper than digging up streets to be able to
Mhm.
get down to where the clay pipe is.
Okay, I got my guy going over there. I need to make sure that people can get out of their apartments, to like be able to go to work and stuff.
The lander life.
Pretty much.
Do you calculate that as like a fixed cost, or is that something you just absorb in the winter and know that you will?
Yeah, just my absorb in the winter and know I will.
I do it a
I
little
throw
bit
in like $500
differently.
a month. Sorry, go ahead, Jack.
Oh, I was saying I categorize that under lawn care. I know it sounds weird, but what I do is then I budget more during the summer and lawn care 'cause, they come by every 2 weeks to cut the grass and other stuff. I just budget slightly more during the summer months, and it makes up for in the winter when they have to do plowing. And I just consider a whole year of lawn care.
Yeah, I actually have like a separate snow removal budget. I know my guy, every time I have him go over there to plow the snow in the parking lot, it's like $60. I'm having him actually snow blow the sidewalks today, so that's probably going to be 100 and something in total. But I budget like $500 a year for snow removal. It sucks, but it is what it is. I can't have people falling out there.
I don't know why, but for when you said snowblow, I forgot snowblowers existed. So I was picturing because I literally was watching someone earlier today with like a little leaf blower trying to blow 12 inches of snow on their driveway. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh man, that's gonna take forever.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a massive blower.
That's crazy. No, Lynn, you probably haven't even seen a snowblower, have you?
No. Oh, I did. No, maybe I have because I did a couple contracts in Montana and I was there during the winter, but I was being driven around. So
Oh.
picked
You
up
didn't
and dropped off.
experience the joy of shoveling snow?
No,
Oh,
you had people for that.
I mean, I do now.
Do your snow guys, do the prices go up every year? Like, I'm asking, like, do they raise the prices?
I would consider it kind of like lawn care. Like those guys don't usually raise the prices on us too often. It's like every couple of years or something like that. I don't know. It's not crazy, at least.
Yeah, I was going to say about the same thing. And the person that does the snow removal does the lawn care, and to plow my little parking lot and stuff. He doesn't even charge extra for that because he's like, it's 3 swipes, and he's like, and you just tell me to shove it over the hill.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like if I were to go out there and try to shovel some of that stuff, it's hours work, and for him it's like 2 minutes. So
Hmm.
making like $60 in 2 minutes is cool. Now, when he's out there actually having to push the snowblower, that's gonna suck for him, but that's what I pay for.
Yeah. I had a gardener a few years ago and a pool guy, and for like 6 years, I never had to like increase their. They never increased their wages, and then my boyfriend moved into the house, and he started charging me more. And I was just like, okay, well, what the heck? But I don't have a gardener now. Now my boyfriend does it, but that's what happens.
Yeah, they're probably trying to help you out, and then they're like, he should be doing this work. We're gonna start charging more for this. You're gonna keep having
He's
us
like,
do
why are
it.
you paying for this?
Yeah. Like, why are you having me mow the grass? Why don't you have him mow the grass?
Now our grass is dead, but
So, not to take a turn in the left field, but we're going to take a turn in the left field. When I was growing up, my parents owned about an acre of land, but it's a goofy acre. It's triangular. It has sharp hills. It has a lot of obstacles that you have to avoid. So it takes about 45 minutes to cut the grass with a tractor, and it takes about an hour to weed whack everything. I made sure to burn that grass as fast and hard as I could one year, and it was like, let's see, we started cutting grass in like May, June-ish, and I had it burnt by well before the 4th of July, like maybe like the second week of June, last week of June. And I was never asked to cut the grass again.
You mean like blowtorch it?
Blowtorch.
scalp.
You said burn it?
I think you meant like
I just scalped it.
put it
I just
down
kept
to the
scalping it all the way
bed.
down to the dirt.
Yeah, put it down.
Oh my
like-
gosh.
So
Put it at,
they
like,
had to
0.5
regrass in order for it to sprout again, I assume.
And I every week I just go out and just shave it again. You gotta make sure that dirt stays nice and clean.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. What did you set that thing do? 0.5? just going over the top. We're not taking not hills, but little dirt mounds or anything. Just chop it all off.
So was that an intended?
Blowtorch. What? Where? Who would start blowtorching? I don't
I
know.
thought he was saying like he doesn't like weed whacking, so he would go around the perimeter of the property with like one of those torches to like burn that so it doesn't grow there.
Do people do that?
There are people that do
I don't
that.
know.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
problem
well,
is
well,
if you burn the grass, you're going to add nitrogen to the dirt, which is then going to let the grass grow that much more.
I feel like I've
So-
seen it though, like where they'll like burn around certain parts to try to keep it from growing anymore. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Around brush piles or in brush piles, I've seen people burn those and then they put like a mulch bed or something on top of it usually.
I don't know. So what are you guys' plans for this year? What is everybody buying?
Problems.
not buying.
I'm just kidding. I have.
Igloos.
Remember, I had 3 vacancies, so I have 2 applications approved for move-in date February 1st. So I should be down to one vacancy. So, and I'm done with the stairs. Remember, you guys, I was telling about the top down unit that there were not stairs siding or covering. Now I have stairs. So now I can market the unit again.
Oh, did you not have like a secondary exit for the top unit?
No, we did, but it's not covered still. So we wanted at least
Oh.
one cover exit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Old guy REI says burning grass. What kind of show is this? Well, if you stick around, I've got
Everything
something to burn
goes.
in a minute.
They do it on cow pastures down here.
Yeah. There you go. That sounds disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. Sounds like flaming something. But
Yeah, not good.
You got to pick that up first.
oh, okay. Yeah, I would hope so. You don't want the methane to add to the fire?
No.
We don't set on fire things over here in California. We burn if we do.
Yeah. Oh my. So John, what are your plans for this year? You got anything in store?
I just need to get someone in the house and then stay in my lane, and just keep saving.
Solid.
Kind of boring, but it's part of the plan.
It is what it is, really. Like all of last year I didn't buy anything. This year I'm looking at buying things, but I'm almost like tempted to just look at the build process on something instead, like try to build a duplex instead of like trying to buy another one that somebody else built. See if I can just start, throwing up some at least infill duplexes. See what happens.
You guys are gonna kill me. I'm not supposed to be buying, right? But I did put an offer. I don't know if you heard, but it was one day only sale. Came up on the MLS, I think Thursday. Was Thursday night or something. Thursday morning, brick house. Total gut, but 37,000, which was like, what? Let me find out what's going on. It's apparently one of those home hut stores. I never used the website. Anyways, a broker approved HUD has to place the bid. And so I called my realtor, and my realtor's like, let me find out. And he couldn't get the application done for him to be a broker HUD star the same day. So he had to refer me to another broker. Got through the broker. I probably should have called you, Dylan. Are you home HUD store approved?
I have no idea. Probably not. Probably not.
Do you have to submit an application or something? Yeah, I probably should call you. But I know for a fact that house ARB is like 175 if like you flip it or like you burn it, depending on what you end up doing it. And then finally I got a hold of the broker and they're like, oh, this bidding process expires in 4 hours. So you only have to put like your bid now. And then so I put my bid in. I didn't get it, but I was just like this close to buy another.
So with those HUD homes too, they will prioritize home buyers over any investors too.
Probably.
And there's some times where they'll even bar any investors from actually submitting offers for like 30 days before they'll start letting other like investors or anybody else offering on the homes, because they want to give other people the opportunity to buy these. I've seen it where HUD has actually gone in and redone houses for first-time home buyers, and they'll put it on market and it'll say like investors can't offer on it for 30 to 60 days or whatever.
But you can offer it to a single family buyer. Like if it's a total gut, like who's gonna come and live? Only investors are gonna bid on this. Like no single person that has a family is gonna like buy a $38,000 house and put like $60,000 into it and then wait like whenever that finishes up. It's gonna be investors. Anyways, I did that, but I'm not buying.
Yeah.
I'm not buying, but I put it in an offer.
One offer. It was inoffensive.
It wasn't offensive.
Well, it wasn't offensive because I put it at ask price. So I'm sure somebody that got it went over.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
and it was a whole 24 hours in the market. Like it wasn't there long.
So if you had gotten it, would it have been an accident? I accidentally bought a house.
I accidentally called my my broker and had to refer me to another broker and told him I was like, oh, see. She did say you're not gonna get it. You need to send more. Like your bid needs to be higher. And I was like, well, I'm a lucky person, so just put in the bid.
Like, no, I actually have other bids right now. I really need yours to be higher if you actually
I'm
want
actually the
this.
only person that saw this house this today.
Sounds like my fiance at like TJ Maxx or something like that. She's like, it would have been stupid not to buy it. It was such a deal. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
No, is what it is. I mean, if you would have gotten it,
I would have figured it
like,
out. It was too of a good deal.
yeah.
I would have figured it out. Even if I like sat on it for like 6 months and didn't do anything to it.
So was it like a 6-figure rehab or what were you looking at?
I think I could comfortably probably rehab it for like 60 or 70,000
Okay.
at 38, 110, 175 ARV. I think it's good.
Yeah. No, that's solid. It's a lot of equity added.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh.
Would you have rented that?
No, I'm not sure. So, because my boyfriend was like, let's go half seas on it so we can have a place. Because we were like playing with the idea of having a place in Indiana so we can go travel there and like do more bursts or more flips in Indiana now that I know like the market significantly more. So we want to have somewhere that we can, because we will travel with like, I have 2 dogs. I mean, I have 2 cats, 1 dog, and we want to get a van so we can travel with the animals and stay somewhere else. So I'm not 100% sure I would have rented it out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You just have a base of operations in Indy.
Yeah. Maybe.
Do you not think it would be easier to get like a duplex or something like that and then rent one side out and then have the other one left vacant just so you don't have the cost?
Yeah, it could be, but
Mhm.
then a duplex would be more money, right? So like
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
coming in $38,000 for one house. I can like not do like full gray burr and rent like fix like one room at a time over the course of like how much time.
Mhm.
As long as I have heater and a bed and utilities, I can sleep, right? So
Yeah. No, it sounds solid. I mean, all in 90 for a house is, what did you say, like 30 plus 60? Yeah. Yeah, like 90 to 100 for a house. Pretty solid.
mhm.
I saw Flavio said there are more deals if you keep looking in my market. Houses are selling 50K below asking price.
I'm not looking. That's the thing. This kind of fell into my inbox.
I wasn't looking, but I did happen to be on Zillow a little bit. Oh my. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's if I don't see any duplexes pop up on market that look interesting, I'm probably just gonna try to start going down the builder route instead of messing with all of these older or conversions that I see. I don't know. I just think that might be more worth the effort put into it.
Anybody doing
At
that
least
in
for
your
me
market?
at the moment. No, not really. They have like there's 2 builders in my market called New and Paradigm, but they sell their duplexes. They just build multifamily, but they build in Indianapolis, and their cost is like 425 for a duplex, which they think will rent for 1800. I feel like it's closer to like 16 or 1700. So then you're talking about like 32 to $3,400 on a 425 purchase price. Just doesn't make as much sense. Whereas like I've talked to friends that can like they're GCs and they can build stuff, and they're like, yeah, we could do the same thing for a lot cheaper. And I'm like, I'm sure we could, because they've got to have a builder markup and a GC markup, and they're doing it in I would say a more expensive area. So like the objective would be build something for like 300 and then have like rents of like 1500 per side or something like that. Then
You
just
can probably charge a
stack them in a
premium.
line.
Yeah, they can probably charge a premium because it's probably not that common to find a builder who's building multiple single multifamily one-offs.
Yeah, and I would want to have like a community that I kind of control everything in, like in quality wise. So like if I had like 10 duplexes on a street or like 5 duplexes on each side of the street, and I had the lawn care people that took care of everything, and I would made sure the roads were maintained and it looked like a really nice condo community would be my idea. But then, people just rent the units. So instead of selling them off to other people. I don't know. The end game.
Yeah, I
Just have
have
something like that.
for this year as like the plan is one flip or one EDU. It can be both. So one or the other. And then I seen another Frankenstein house in my neighborhood, so I'm like, maybe I'll Frankenstein my house too. So we'll see.
Flavio was asking if I email or cold call off market deals. I've cold called. I have also emailed a few people. I think that's the strategy I'm probably going to use a little bit more. I'm trying to just get in touch with people with email because I think it feels to them at least less invasive. And like if they don't respond, it is what it is. But you can just like mass email a bunch of people about off market properties. So you are going to put the second ADU on your house?
I haven't decided yet, but we're not like at the stage to do. Like I'm thinking maybe June-ish, but yeah, it's either one or the other.
I don't know. The ADU seems simpler.
I know, like I already done one. I already know the process. I have an architect.
Yeah, and it's really easy to manage from your house. The rents are going to be higher.
Yeah, who knows? I do have to like if I do that, I like now I'm planning like the wheels are turning. I have to take out a tree because it's too close to the perimeter. I have like 7 trees in my house, but like one tree that's like right in the middle.
I would say if that's one thing people should look out for when they're looking at properties, because I didn't do that when I was looking at them. I'd pay $4,000 to have trees removed in one spot, and then I have another tree that I think by itself is probably going to be $4,000 or $5,000 because it is really big. So yeah, watch trees because it's probably going to cost me like $10,000 in like a few years. Just deal with some trees.
Oh jeez.
Oh, Flavio's saying he sends letters every 6 months to specific homeowners. Okay. Keep that pipeline going, Flavio. No wonder you always got like 3 deals you're working on at once.
Yeah.
Flavio is a sleeper. He never says anything like he's doing really big stuff all the time, and I'm like, what you doing? And he's like, oh, rewiring a whole house. I've got like 2 other houses I'm working on, and I'm like, dude, you always have 2 to 3 houses you're working on. What are you
Yeah,
talking
Flavio,
about?
how many rentals do you have?
He's so humble with it.
He's like north of 200.
Yeah.
I got a feeling he'll know what everyone else has, but he's like, oh no, I forget. There's too many.
Yeah.
Too many.
Yeah, it's like 20 to 30 or something like that.
We should get him on a live.
We do need to get him on a live.
9.
9. Okay.
One more, Flavio. You make double digits.
Yeah.
Pushing us to buy all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's like, you need a vest to go there. So is everybody looking forward to the ORAD event? We are closer than I thought. I still haven't bought my plane ticket yet.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be great.
How about you, John?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
Anything in particular that you guys are looking forward to? Like any speakers?
More hanging out than the speakers, because I think a majority of the speakers we like do listen to on a routine basis on school. Just hanging out. I think networking.
Yeah, that's the part I
that's
enjoy.
about the same here. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday are like my favorite days.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out when I can actually be there. I gotta talk to people at work, but I think I'm gonna because originally I booked it for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for well, and Saturday for the hotel, but I might end up being there Thursday, Friday, because yeah, I don't know. It just depends on how schedules work out, but I might only be there for like 2 or 3 days and then leave like Saturday night or something like that, and then do a red eye because
Yeah.
I don't think we have Monday off.
What? No, you do. I'm pretty sure.
No,
you
no,
do.
no, no. I don't think I do. I believe I don't.
President's Day? I don't. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure you do.
I think they like use President's Day as a second day on Thanksgiving, so you have Thursday and Friday off.
Mm.
Like we could just have Thanksgiving break and then you have President's Day off as well, you know what I mean? But oh, okay, no, 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 no.
I am getting there Thursday night. So
I'm getting there Wednesday.
Oh, nice. I've heard some people say they're getting there Sunday. Like that's too much Vegas for me.
you guys should wash your hands. There's too many people in Vegas. New bacteria, new viruses you're gonna be exposed to.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's true. It's true. It's true. There's
Wash your
probably
hands.
viruses that they invent in Vegas.
Meet
Yeah,
new
everybody.
people,
If you
meet new
stay there longer than 3 days,
viruses.
you'll get sick.
Yeah. No, I think it'd be nice to go check out Red Rock again, though. Like, if anybody has a lot of time, that was one of my favorite parks to go to. It's definitely scary if you don't like heights, because there's some places that you can just easily, just climb up on, and it's pretty high up. It's pretty high up.
I didn't make it there, but I did make it to Hoover Dam, which was really impressive.
That was really nice as well. I had went in January, before the ORAD event, so I went in like January, then again in February. And the first time I went to like Red Rock and the Hoover Dam and stuff like that. And then we were just all really busy. It seemed like when we were in Vegas, so like I didn't really. I think everybody went after the event, right, to go to Hoover Dam.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember
Yeah, so-
carrying my carry-on.
Just in the car.
John, are you a gambler? Are you gonna hit the machines?
Nope.
Nobody gambles, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I want to see people drop hundreds on the table.
Talk to Jared.
That's what
Oh, Jared?
Talk to Jared.
Okay.
I need to follow Jared around. Like I don't want to be part of the gambling because I don't want to lose the money, but I want to watch other people gamble.
Yeah.
And whether you lose or win, I am indifferent. I just want to watch it
Yeah.
because it
Same.
stresses me out. You just gotta like live through somebody else playing blackjack with thousands of dollars. Like I would never do that, but I am going to watch this because this looks very interesting.
I'll be like asking, what happened? What just happened? Like, she just lost.
Like knowing damn well you knew
Thank you,
exactly what
thank you.
just happened.
Did he lose? Did he lose? No, just kidding.
Well, they just take $300 worth of chips,
Oh.
so I think he lost that hand. Oh no, I've been there for like a bachelor party. I was at a casino. There was one guy that just goes like really hard all the time, and yeah, I watched him like on more than one occasion while sitting so it was like multiple times throughout the night, losing like $200-300 just on a hand of blackjack because like if you get 2 sixes, then you split the sixes, and like let's say you get another 6 on one of those sixes, then you got to split them again. It's like now you're in a really bad situation. I don't even know if I would ever split sixes because that sounds like a dumb idea because it's one of the worst cards to get. I'm gonna guess nobody else plays blackjack.
No.
That's not.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna
Well,
have
it's
to watch
very
the movie
distant.
21 again.
Yeah. Or Well, I guess I was trying to think of that cardistry movie, but that's like about cardistry. It's not about like gambling. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like three magicians robbing a bank, quote unquote.
Now You See Me, is it?
Now
No.
You See Me. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's not really about gambling though.
No. That one is magic. Well, like tricking, bribing.
Hmm.
I used to live in Vegas, broke all the time, Flavio. Oh,
Flavio, was
somebody
it the
follow
casino?
Flavio around.
Flavio, was it casino or was it other places that you were going to?
Other places? What do you mean?
Hey, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I'm too innocent to follow that comment.
Oh my gosh, no, that's crazy. Um, it seems like Vegas is getting less and less popular though, with some of the younger crowds. Because I know gambling used to be like really, really popular. At least it seemed like it was to me. But now it seems like people my age don't really like to do that at all. I
Yeah,
don't
the
know.
only like good thing I would see, I mean, interesting would be like the shows that they have, but that's it.
Yeah, I like going to the speakeasies, like inside the different casinos. Those
Mhm.
are pretty cool to find. And then it's like you go behind this door and there's like a whole bar in there. What the heck?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, casino man.
Oh man, Flavio, I think this is like a moth to a light. We can't take you into the
I
casino, dude.
know. Somebody, we're gonna have to do shifts with Flavio.
Oh gosh, it's like the bug zappers. Just can't touch that. But what else we got? Nada.
What are you gonna do this year, Dylan? Are you gonna the bean and bowl and a duplex built maybe?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I would really prefer to like buy some stuff. I want some like really duplexes that were built 60s or newer. I'd say 70s would be ideal. So like 1970 plus. If I could get like side by side duplexes, like 100 and something a door ish, provided that they can rent for decent amounts. That's what I would prefer to do and just buy a couple of those. But if I have to do a ground up build, I think it'd be a really good learning experience, and there's a lot of equity added doing that kind of thing. So, it wouldn't be bad to just like take the year slow and then do one duplex build and then just, learn that process and then be able to do, because then I can just go get money from private parties and then just build multiple in a row and then just give them, like I'm just taking loans from people to build duplexes.
Mhm.
So then that could build up the portfolio pretty quickly. I don't know. I think that might be the play. It seems pretty simple too, because then I'm not like in this rat race of like, not rat race, but like the competition of fighting with people over properties that are like not even that nice in the first place, and everybody's bidding them up. Um, when I can just have my own properties that I built myself, I think I would prefer that. But we'll see. It's expensive, and I don't think it's a very easy process to follow. So I need to talk to Brandon about it. But I want to have plans and stuff before I actually like go have that discussion about like building stuff.
Mhm. Jack, are you buying this year?
Gonna try to.
One
One, two,
duplex, one or two?
one or two.
Duplexes.
Duplex or more.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Okay, so like 2 to 4 units this year.
uh-huh.
That was good. That's good. That's solid.
Okay, I think we'll see each other next week then.
Yeah.
What we
No,
gotta do
I think
for what we're gonna do while we're out in Vegas. We'll all be together.
Besides Denny's?
No. I was talking about for the lives.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, we're probably just. I don't know if we're gonna do it.
I think we should do like a 5-minute live or something, us all together.
Maybe. Something
one
like
thing
that.
for
like
sure,
maybe
we should
during
take
lunch or something.
pictures so we can have that for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Take pictures. We could do a live, and maybe, hey, this is a good idea. Maybe we could go around asking different people how they invest at
We
lunch.
could. Yeah, I could get like one of those little mics, and then I can get one of the silicon spatulas, like how people do it, like on the YouTube videos, and
Silicone
just like,
spatulas. Wow.
have you seen how people do that?
Yeah.
Like they'll get like the spatula. It's kind of funny. I don't know. Flavia said he was curious to see if my family had a real estate background because I sound natural talking real estate. No, I don't. Nobody's in real estate. Nobody's owned rentals or anything like that. They've only ever owned single family houses. The reason I probably sound real decently good at it is because I've been in the space for like not actively buying, but just understanding real estate, learning real estate for like since like 2016. So like 10 years now. So it's just something that I've kind of surrounded myself with to learn for a really long time, up until now where I'm actually doing it. I just had to, one, go to college, start saving money, and then, now I can actually do it.
I think you said you've been listening to Bigger Pockets since high school.
Yeah, I have. Like I used to work at a hospital and I would work in the cafeteria. And I did like a 5 a.m. to like afternoon shift. So there was nobody that was allowed in the cafeteria. We were just doing like orders that were just going upstairs and stuff like that. So I would just like have my headphones in and listen to Bigger Pockets podcasts, because I didn't know about one rental at a time at the time. I don't even know if it was a thing.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I would listen to that stuff, and then just be cooking food and listen to people talk about duplexes and stuff. Wish I could have been buying then. I probably wouldn't be working right now.
What is that? 2011, 2012?
No, what? No. Like
Wait, no.
I graduated high school in 2017.
2017.
Such
Yeah,
a
so
kid.
like, yeah, I would say 2016, 2017 is when I like started getting into real estate because I was looking at like different things to try to make money outside of like actually working. Because I got a job and I realized that was terrible. And then, 10 years later, I'm here still working, and then just building the thing up. But now I make more with my rentals than I did. Well, that's kind of an unfair comparison because I probably make 4 times as much as with my rentals than I did with my first job. But like making $8,000 a year is not like, a huge feat. You know what I mean? It's like making $7 an hour and working full time in high school.
Yeah.
Man, it feels like a cheat code though to like get like jobs after that. Like I was talking to somebody about that recently about how like you'll go from making like $7 or $8 an hour, which I was it like that in California, like a solid like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Like,
my first job was like $8 an hour. Yeah.
yeah, so like going from making that to like whatever you make now, you're like, oh my gosh, this feels like cheating sometimes. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but when you were
I,
like also when I was making $8 an hour, I could go to any fast food place and like eat for $5. Like also. Now McDonald's breakfast is like $11, $12 if you're just getting whatever combo meal in the morning.
I went to Qdoba recently, and I got 2 bowls with double chicken and a queso on the side. It's $35. It's ridiculous.
One
like, I'm not.
coffee is $6. One coffee.
Yeah, a K cup is like 50 cents. So make it at home.
It's I only go to like get coffee like once a week out. So I make my coffee every day. So.
Yeah, where I work, you have to buy your coffee. Like it's not like I know a lot of companies they'll just have like a thing where you can just like go get stuff for free. It's like $3. So I'm like, man, I need to bring in like a Keurig machine and stuff and just make my stuff at the desk because I can't be spending $3 every single day.
Unpopular opinion,
really
I don't
cheap.
support single serving coffee and you have to make coffee pots.
You only have a cup a day?
What? No, multiple. But I bring
okay.
one with me. Yeah.
Oh,
I only have a cup a day.
I only have a pot a day.
Yeah. Well, when I get home at 3 p.m., I also make another coffee.
I think it's funny. I was watching a video today. They're talking about you shouldn't take in any more coffee or caffeine a third of your way through your day. And my first thought was, that's a joke.
I gotta say, at the Aura event, I did had 3 cups of coffee because that was a long day.
That's just
Yeah.
a normal day for me.
Yeah, Jack's just used to 12s, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm just used to 12s. And what's funny is people were saying, "Oh, it's such a long day, such a long day." And I was like, "Why?" And then I think I realized later, one, I'm used to 12-hour days, and two, I'm used to listening to ORAT for 12 hours a day.
Mm,
You know, I like everybody, but I don't think I could listen to them 12 hours a day.
yeah.
I'll tell you that.
No.
Like,
There are certain
I like,
people I'm starting to skip over now.
Is it me,
We're not gonna
Jack?
say
Is it
who.
me?
No, I never miss an episode of yours or Mark's.
I don't know. We'll check the analytics.
yeah, we're gonna have to see who Jack's
Who
been
you're skipping.
skipping over.
No, I tend
Yeah.
to skip over some of the mortgage lenders.
Oh, yeah.
Mm,
I don't know how to word this right.
mm.
I don't usually like listening to the lenders because they'll always say like, "Oh, rates are going down, rates are going down." It is part of their job to do that so they can make more money. But at the same time, when I hear that rates at like 5.75 for investors at 35% down, and then I schedule a call with you guys and it's not that,
Mhm.
I don't really want to like keep listening to what you guys have to
Right.
say because you've been saying the same thing for like a year. And I know rates haven't shifted a ton, but I don't know. I just get tired of hearing about it. And I don't want you to say rates are dropping again if I have a call with you and it's the exact same situation where they're like at a 6.5 or 6.75 when I've already said that like, hey, I'm not refinancing until I land around a 6.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think like the majority of the numbers they throw, like the 5.9, 5.75, is for like if you're leaving like 40, 50% equity in the deal, but they're making it seem like we could refi right now. Like I would refi a 5.75, like again,
Yeah.
right? Like, but no.
Yeah, like, oh, no points. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or that's the other thing. They'll quote you the rate with points baked into it. So I don't know. I agree with you, Jack.
Yeah,
I skip over
I
core
s-
sellers too.
I skip over the mortgage people, and I skip over so Dana with Hemlane. If she's on Zuber's channel, I kind of skip over it. Just I don't have a use for Hemlane at this point in time. But if she's on Dion's channel, I'll listen to it.
Mm.
Is it more of an advertisement versus like data? Is that what you're referring to, or like
I
why
think
would that be?
Dion asks her more of like operational problems more so than
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like Dion asks more operational questions, where Zuber asks more of like fun
market trends.
facts, and like the fun facts are cool, but like I'm not going to remember them 10 years from now because they're not that prevalent in a lot of things. And they had a series of episodes where everyone seemed like they're talking about AI, and I was like, and I'm thinking to myself, listen, if I have a self-driving car, even if I had a self-driving car that didn't have to sit there in the front wheel, I am not working on work while going to work. I don't love my W-2 job that much that I'm going to work on work while going to work.
Yeah. No, I get that. Also, I get really tired of like as a software engineer, I get really tired of hearing about AI all the time because everybody is always like AI this and AI that, but they don't actually understand like what a lot of the models do or like how they're trained or anything. So they assume that it is smarter than it is.
Hmm.
So they're like, "Oh, it's gonna take over the world and whatever." And it's like, no, it can't even figure out how to code certain things right. It replicates like horrible code. It has hallucinations all the time. So like it gives you data that's not even accurate. Like it could tell you something as it's factual is wrong. So
Yeah.
like whenever you're using ChatGPT and it's something important, I would always ask for the sources or Gemini or Claude or whatever your preferred model is. I like Claude by Anthropic. It's my favorite, but that's just because I'm a dev and they have the best Model 4 software.
I've been gravitating more to Gemini too because of I think ChatGPT has had a few mistakes, and now I have to check all three, like ChatGPT, Grok, and Gemini. So
Yeah, Gemini is my favorite for everything besides coding. Is a really good model, in my opinion, at least. And I haven't made anything like that. I'm not that smart, but like just how that one works compared to like ChatGPT, it just feels very good. And I want to say it's better at image generation as well too.
ooh.
Ah, yes. And then Flavio, did they say, oh, this is the par rate. The rate that I quoted you originally was with like 5 points.
Did they say, oh, rates change a little bit? I'm like, what? Like, I watch the market too. What do you mean?
Yeah. You know, rates are changing every day. So, you know, it went up 0.8%. It is what it is. It's like, I think it is what it is, dog. That's a big difference.
I wish it was more transparent. Like, like when you go buy a car at a dealership and every dealership gives you like a different type of discount. Whatever, at the end of the day, is like they're trying to get the more. But then, Amazon now has cards, right? Like you can technically add to cart, or Carvana has cards. You can technically add to cart, and then you don't have to negotiate any of those rates,
Mhm,
or Tesla, right? Like add to cart, checkout kind of thing.
mhm.
I wish there was an app for like brokers like that.
Yeah, I think the issue with loans is I feel like there's too much opportunity for fraud, at least right now. For like, I could see getting like a property that you already have, like getting approved on a free refinance or something like that for, or like getting automatically an appraiser ordered out there and everything, and not needing a lender. So you could cut the cost of doing a refinance down. But like the initial like buying a house and everything like that, I think there's too much room for errors, or like falsely just not giving people loans for like whatever reason, because like when you leave things open to models for like prediction on things, they're just going to use statistics. Now you can tell it not to do certain things, but it can just look at like these people from this geography in, I don't know, this part of Indianapolis don't tend to pay, or they have issues paying. Well, we should make their rates higher, or we shouldn't give them a loan in the first place, even though like comparing that to what their credit score is, they might be a good candidate, but they're just getting weighted down because of that. I don't know. There's tons of things, and I'm sure the people that are way smarter than me actually factor this stuff in, but I think it's hard. It's really hard to do that kind of thing.
I don't know. Like, I think it could be figured out. But I
You think so?
remember like in 2022, 2023, there was Open Door and like Redfin were buying houses, right? Like
They got
offers,
smoked.
auto-generating offers, and like you were closing like in 2 weeks, and then you're like, Here are the keys. Like, good luck with that." But yeah, that went into, I guess that run into not very well purchases either.
Yeah, um, uh, I want to say that a lot of those companies put themselves in really bad situations, and we can wrap up here in a second. But like Open Door and I don't think Redfin did it, but I know Zillow did. Open Door and Zillow, like I want to say that they put themselves in really really bad positions financially buying all of those houses, because they were overpaying for a lot of them, or the moving costs like of selling them was a big problem.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's a good place to stop.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for being here, and I'm glad to see y'all four, and I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Or
See ya.
you three, not four.